Alright, black women, we in the last days. It's time to create the rubric. The name of this rubric in S times 4. This rubric is not for strong and independent women. This rubric is for women that want husbands that righteously lead. No slit, no submission, no silence, no service. These are the things that you will not give a man if he should so happen to fail to meet the criteria. You will not use these things as a weapon, but rather resign yourself from the courting phase so as to find a man that will meet these prerequisites. Let's get started. If a man does not have his beard, times 4. If he does not verbally state in private to you that he will lay down his life to protect you and the house that you all reside in, times 4. If he does not wear his border of blue and fringes outside of the home on his garments, times 4. If he has a cast of friends and he does not take the opportunity to correct them on their unrighteous behavior in your presence, times 4. If he does not formally introduce you to his mother or a righteous woman that follows the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Bible, times 4. Formally meaning that he must plan this introduction and it may not happen by coincidence. Moving on. If he engages in or has an addiction to pornography and does not make a vow to put it down, times 4. If he raises his voice or curses at you, your children, if applicable, or others for any reason, times 4. This means you have a responsibility as a woman to control your tongue so as not to prompt him to anger. If he breaks in any way the dietary laws of Leviticus, times 4. If he discusses the inner workings of your marriage to anyone outside of the elders who are the congregation that follow to the best of their abilities the law, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Scriptures and parents, times 4. If he is physically abusive, times 4. If he attempts to hold you accountable for past indiscretion, times 4. Past indiscretions are to be left in the past and no longer discussed. If he denies you righteous sexual fulfillment after your initial righteous copulation for any other reason outside of physical ailment, times 4. If he is on any medication to mitigate emotional, psychological, or mental instability, times 4. If he does not address and attempt to solve your righteous grievances, times 4. If he does not express verbally his adoration and affection for you in private, in moderation, times 4. If he does not take care to the best of his abilities the needs of the home first, adhesive to himself, you, and children if applicable, times 4. If his occupation is illegal according to the laws of the land, times 4. Pimps, scammers, drug dealers, etc. you are done with. If he is in any way effeminate, times 4. If he has intentions on defiling the bed of marriage, times 4. If he has unhealthy obsessions with material possessions, times 4. Chains, shoes, etc., etc., if not taking care of the needs of the house first. If he is not willing to structure a home fitness plan and practice said plan routinely and consistently, times 4. If he does not observe your cycle and abstain from intercourse during, times 4. If he has not and has no intent to arm himself by way of a firearm, times 4. If he does not bathe and groom himself daily, times 4. If applicable, he disrespects the mother of his children in private or in public, times 4. If he has not or has no intent to devise a home defense plan, times 4. And if he does not, to the best of his abilities, follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, times 4. Bars.